Welcome back to another Seattle Seahawks franchise mode here on Madden 16 episode 2, going up against the Green Bay Packers in Lambeau Field. We're going to be going up against Jordy Nelson, who had a decent game last week in his first game of the year. He had 36 yards, 2 receptions, and here is Jermaine Kearse, 5 receptions and 45 yards. But a big target that was not included in that list right there was Jimmy Graham, who is going to be another huge target for us in the coming weeks of this season. We're going up against Green Bay. They would love to or at least get their revenge on us from the loss that they had in the NFC Championship game. Here comes Russell Wilson, having a pretty good week last week. 368 yards, 3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, and 62.1% completion percentage. Here is the second play from the line of scrimmage. Handing off to Marshawn Lynch, who will not pick up a first down. He will only pick up 2 yards with that run. 3rd and 7 on our own 30. Wilson is looking around to see the fatigue, all that kinds of things, etc. Wilson is going to run the halfback screen. He finds Marshawn Lynch. Marshawn Lynch is going to try and get the first down. Will he get it? No, he will not. But he will, indeed, get a face mask, which will give us the first down anyways. 1st and 10 on the 50. Wilson handing off to Marshawn Lynch once more. This time he will not go anywhere. He will gain only 1 yard on that run. He's not having a good start as he would like to start off this one. 2nd and 8. Wilson run out to his right. On the run, finding Kearse, who could not receive the reception. Unfortunately, he drops the pass. We move to a 3rd and 8. We're on their 49. Wilson drops back to pass. Run out to his right. Off bounds throw, but somehow, some way gets it to Robert Turbin, who will pick up the first down, and we move to their 36. 9:23 remains in this first quarter. Lynch, once more, no blocking whatsoever with that offensive line. Too many guys coming in at one time. 3rd and 11, we're on their 38. Wilson changes the play at the line of scrimmage. Wilson drops back to pass. Looking around, he's finding Jimmy Graham, the huge tight end. One of the best in the NFL, picking up 21 yards on that reception. 1st and 10, we're on their 17, another halfback screen. We're going to see if it works again. We find Marshawn Lynch. Marshawn Lynch will take it the distance and take it into the end zone. I almost said take it the way. Regardless, Marshawn Lynch takes it into the end zone for the touchdown, and the Seahawks will strike first in this one on their very first possession. With that being said, it's a huge momentum builder considering the amazing Green Bay offense. Is our defense will have to really step it up today. Here comes Aaron Rodgers. They are 1-0 this season. As you can see his stats, they're amazing for his first game of the year. He would like to come and pick up a victory here in this one. Starting their drive off, their first play is a handoff to Eddie Lacy, who is going to pick up 7 yards on that first rush of his game. 2nd and 3 on their own 41. Rodgers dropping back to pass. He's looking around. He's going to find Jordy Nelson. Jordy Nelson is going to take it downfield. He will move to R37, a 22-yard pickup, as they will move to a 1st and 10 on R37. Aaron Rodgers getting ready again. Cobb, the man in motion. Rodgers drops back to pass his halfback screen. He's going to find Eddie Lacy. He will not get much, but a 5-yard loss. It's a 2nd and 15. They're back to our 42. I did jump off sides there, but it was not called. KJ Wright will pick up the tackle on Eddie Lacy. It's a pickup of 9 yards. 3rd and 6. We're on their 33. Rodgers dropping back to pass. He finds Randall Cobb, who cannot keep the ball in his hands. Kerry Williams is the one knocking it out. They will settle for 3 points. They still do get something. Graham, the man in motion. Play action. Wilson drops back to pass. He is going to find Jimmy Graham, who will run downfield and pick up a first down, and look at him go. My gosh, after that play, he got about 7 yards after that. 1st and 10 on our own 44. Handing off to Marshawn Lynch. Marshawn Lynch is going to take it himself. He's going to take it, and he's going to pick up a first down. We move to their 45, a pickup of 11. And we now move to a 3rd and 10. We're on their 44. Wilson drop back to pass. He's going to roll out to his right. He's going to have another on-the-run throw. Somehow, some way, Jimmy Graham just runs over the defender, and we move to a new set of downs as we move to their 30. As Graham has been a huge target so far today, we're handing off to Marshawn Lynch. Marshawn Lynch has a lane. He almost breaks away for a touchdown, but he does get 12 yards with that pickup. 2nd and 4, hand off to Robert Turbin. Robert Turbin's going to get into the end zone. No, he will not. We look at this replay here. I really thought he did make it into the end zone, but some reason they said no. I feel like the tip of the ball got in it, if you ask me. We're going to have to hand it off to Marshawn Lynch, who will not get in, but it will be a face mask. No, it will not. It will be a holding on us. If I'm not mistaken, it was Patrick Lewis who got the holding call. But it wasn't good enough for a touchdown, that's for sure. A 1st and goal now, and Wilson is going to get sacked. Another 10-yard loss, now a 3rd and goal. We are on their 22. Wilson drops back to pass. He's going to roll out to the right a little bit, and he sees nobody, so he's going to take it himself and only pick up 3 yards. We will settle for 3 points. 1st and 10, Rodgers and the Packers on their own 20. Rodgers finding Eddie Lacy. Eddie Lacy is going to get hit by Jeremy Lane and hit really hard by KJ Wright. He's 2nd and 6 on their own 24 now. Another halfback screen. He is going to be sacked. Aaron Rodgers will be sacked by Brandon Mebane. His first sack of the day. A 3rd and 17 on their own 13 now. Rodgers finding Eddie Lacy. Eddie Lacy is going to not pick up a 1st down. He will pick up 6, but it ain't good enough for a 1st. We will get the ball. We're on their 47 now. Wilson dropped back to pass. He is going to be intercepted by Hayward. Hayward jumps the route, and somehow, some way, it is going to be Green Bay's ball. An amazing job by Hayward to jump the route in front of, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that was Chris Matthews. That is the 2nd interception that we have thrown while targeting Chris Matthews. It's not his fault by any means. The first one was absolutely terrible if you look back into the first week against the Rams. Anyways, the ensuing possession, Eddie Lacy is going to be getting it. He will pick up the 1st down, but he gets hit hard by Cam Chancellor. They move to our 41. Rodgers, the man in motion. Rodgers is going to hand it off to Eddie Lacy. He is going to break off one tackle. Chancellor's going to try and tackle him there, and he will. A 3rd and 1 now. They move to our 33. Rodgers handing off to Eddie Lacy. Eddie Lacy is going to pick up the 1st down. It's a 3rd and 2. They are on our 22. Lacy getting the handoff once more. This time he will not pick up anything. He will not pick up a 1st down, and they will get 3 points. A 3rd and 3 on our own 32. Finding Chris Matthews. This time he will pick up the reception, and we move to a new set of downs. A 3rd and 5 once more. Another 3rd down on our own 43. Wilson drop back to pass. He finds Jimmy Graham. Jimmy Graham is the one receiving it and picking up a 1st down once more. Jimmy Graham has been a huge target in this one, and he is only getting better and better as we go along in this game. A 1st and 10. Handing off to Marshawn Lynch. Marshawn Lynch is going to juke out one defender and pick up 15 yards on that one. A 2nd and 10. Wilson lobbing it way too ahead of Jimmy Graham. Even the 6'7" Jimmy Graham cannot receive that one. 3rd and 10. Wilson drops back to pass. He finds Graham once more over the middle, but it will not be good enough for a 1st down. We will end up kicking a field goal. It is 13-6. This one is lobbed to Giannis. I don't know, but regardless, he is going to take it all the way for a touchdown. A 63. Wait, hold up. Do some math real quick. Anyways, it's a 1st career touchdown reception, and Green Bay will strike back, and they will tie this game up. A huge touchdown reception by Giannis. I'm not sure what his exact name is, but a 73-yard touchdown reception. What a way to start off your career. Anyways, we are coming out now. 1st and 10 on our own 29. Wilson was going to throw it to B, but he could not get it off. He somehow, some way, does end up getting off one defender, and then he gets a flag for unnecessary roughness, which will put us in great position. Now, throwing the ball is Wilson to Doug Baldwin, who will pick up a 6-yard gain on that one. We move to their 37. This once more, we are going to Doug Baldwin. He will pick up the 1st down. It is a 1st and 10. We are on their 31. 47 seconds remain in the first half. We're going to lob it over to Marshawn Lynch with a halfback screen. Marshawn Lynch is trying to take it the distance, but he will not. He will pick up 19 on the play, though, as we are driving. We move to their 5. 3rd and 3. Handing off to Marshawn Lynch. Marshawn Lynch is going to go beast mode into the end zone. The Seahawks come right back, striking with a touchdown of their own. They were not going to let up, that's for sure, as they end this first half on a high note. I feel both teams ended this first half on a high note. Even though Green Bay gave up a touchdown with only about a minute 30 left on defense, they still ended on a high note when it came to the offense. It is 20-13 as we finish off this first half. The Seahawks obviously end it with a touchdown. They would love to build on that momentum coming into the second half. And as we can see these stats here in the first half, the only difference is Green Bay has a takeaway and more average yards per play. But we are leading in every other category. 1st and 10 on their own 20. Jordy Nelson, the man in motion, handing off to Eddie Lacy. Eddie Lacy will be tackled by Hill. And, well, he's not going to go anywhere but a 1-yard pickup. On their own 21. 11:25 remains in this second half. Wagner is going to try and make the tackle. He will not make the tackle. And they pick up 10 yards for another first down. A 2nd and 4 now. Handing off to Eddie Lacy. Eddie Lacy is going to be tackled once more by Hill. Jordan Hill with another tackle right there. 3rd and 3 on their own 38. Rodgers dropping back to pass. He is going to be looking around, but he is not going to be finding anybody but the ground, as it is a sack for, I believe, Cliff Averill and someone else. I could not see the other guy's name, or at least I forgot it. A 3rd and 10 now on their own 40. We are on our own 49. Jimmy Graham is going to be receiving the pass. He's going to take it over to their side and pick up a first down. The Seahawks are starting to drive on this one. 2nd and 7. We're on their 34. Matthews, wow, what an amazing job by Burnett, I believe. Just getting in front of that pass and deflecting it away, as that would have been a huge gain for Chris Matthews. Rodgers, he's going to hand off to Eddie Lacy, a delayed handoff, which was a very bad decision. It will result in 2 yards lost on that play. Now we are getting the ball here, handing off to Marshawn Lynch. He is going to pick up a first down. We move to our own 44. It's a new set of downs. We move to their 36 now. 3rd and 7. Wilson drop back to pass. He's looking around. He's going to throw it over the middle and find Robert Turbin, who will pick up the reception and 13 yards with it. We are driving once more, and we would like to pick up a touchdown here if we can. We are on their 12. Wilson drops back to pass. I was looking around for Ricardo Lockett, but I was going to try and run with it, but it did not work out so well, as Wilson will be sacked. We move to their 16 now. 2nd and 14. Play action. Wilson drops back to pass. He rolls out to his right. He's going to stop. Find Doug Baldwin. Doug Baldwin will not pick up a first down, but he does pick up 13. It moves to a 3rd and 1. That would do it for the end of the third quarter. As you can see, the stats so far here, or at least the scores, nothing has happened so far in the second half, only 3 points. A 3rd and 1 now, we are on their 3. We're going to have to Marshawn Lynch once more, and he will put it into the end zone. Beast mode has 2 rushing touchdowns in this game today, as the Seahawks are starting to pull away in this one, as they have made themselves a 3-possession lead after the point after attempt is indeed kicked. So the Seahawks, obviously, they're rolling right now. They would like to build on the momentum here on defense. A 1st and 10 now. Rodgers going to throw a fake pass. He's going to throw it over to his left. Earl Thomas going to try an interception, but a beautiful catch by Jordy Nelson, elevating himself up in the air to receive that one. 3rd and 1. They're on our 26. Rodgers dropping back to pass. He's going to find Jordy Nelson once more. This time it isn't as a huge of a gain, but it is still a first down. They move to our 16. Rodgers drops back to pass. He's lobbing it over to the side to Jordy Nelson once more. And for some reason, somehow, some way, I can just not pick off the ball or do a good enough job on defense when I try to catch it and whatnot. A 2nd goal. They're on our 4. Rodgers getting ready to call another pass. They're having a huge momentum builder. Here's Rodgers dropping back to pass. He's going to throw it to his left. It's going to be intercepted by Jeremy Lane. Jeremy Lane is doing something weird at the start of it. But Jeremy Lane, can he take it the distance? The 50, the 40, the 30. Starks is trying to catch up to him. Will he catch up? No, he will not. And the Seahawks get a pick 6. The first pick 6 of Jeremy Lane's career. And an amazing job by Jeremy Lane to intercept that, even after the weird animation that happened at the start of it. When you intercept a pass, I thought I'd explain this to you guys. When you intercept a pass, if you hit like the right stick, it makes the motion even after it, goes off slow-mo. So that's why if you see a bunch of those happening this year, this is only my 2nd game that I've played, and this is the only games that I have so far that I have recorded. But regardless, it's going to happen more often. I just know it because I've had times where I hit the LB left bumper way too many times and I throw the ball back. Regardless, we have some huge momentum and we make it a 4-possession lead. As this one is looking like it is going to be out of the reach of Green Bay's hands. 8:13 remains in the 4th quarter. On their own 34. McBain is going to try and tackle Rodgers, and he will do successfully. A huge sack. Most importantly, a huge hit on Aaron Rodgers. We will look at this replay as Zima Bain just absolutely using the hit stick to make that hit. A 3rd and 7 now on their own 37. Rodgers changed the play at the line of scrimmage. Rodgers dropped back to pass. He's looking around. Bain, can he catch up to him? Yes, he will for another sack. Brandon Bain. 2nd and 10 on our own 22. Wilson dropping back to pass, looking around. He is going to find Chris Matthews. Chris Matthews he will pick up the first down. It's an 11-yard pickup. Now on our own 47, we're going to be running the wide receiver screen. Wilson drops back to pass. He throws over to Jermaine Kearse. Jermaine Kearse has a bunch of room to run with. Jimmy Graham tries to make a good block, but it is an amazing job by number 21. I don't know his last. I did not see his name. An amazing job to stop that touchdown from happening. The next play, 1st and 10, and after Robert Turbin. Turbin has a lane. He is going to find the end zone, and the Seahawks are making this one a blowout, a 5-possession lead. This one is definitely out of reach with only 3 minutes and 39 seconds remaining in this one. You can say that this game is all but over, as the Seahawks cruised in the second half, not giving up any touchdowns or any points so far yet against the Green Bay Packers. Let's see if they can change that here on this drive. A 2nd and 5, they're throwing over to Eddie Lacy. Eddie Lacy is going to be tackled by Bruce Irvin, but it's before a pickup of 11 yards. 2nd and 10 now. Rodgers dropping back to pass. He's looking around. He's not finding anybody yet, but he does find Giannis. I don't know what his name is. We're just calling him 83. 83 does pick up the reception. It's a 2nd and 4 now. They move to R30. Rodgers dropping back to pass. He's going to find Jermichael Finley. Jermichael Finley's going to have 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 guys. It takes 6 guys to take him down. It's finally Wagner and Mabane were able to take him down. A 1st and goal now. They move to R8. Rodgers dropping back to pass. He's looking around. He's going to throw it to Kerry Williams. That would be another pick 6 if I did not act stupid. I am 100% positive of that. If I did not make a mistake with the right stick by accidentally hitting it, that would have been an easy pick 6. It would have been the 2nd of the day, won by Jeremy Lane and Kerry Williams. As you can see right there, I really just wish they would change that feature. But regardless, that would do it for this game. The Seahawks would come out on top, winning this one 44-13. It was just a complete blowout in the second half. What was a game in the first half, which ended 20-13, ended up being a 24-0 second half. 24 unanswered points. If you really think about 31 unanswered points, as the Packers did not score after it was tied 13-13. Thank you for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope that you will leave a like, a comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.